I just heard a scream.
I feel like something's watching me here now.
Camping is meant to be an escape, a way to disconnect from the modern world and immerse yourself in nature. But sometimes, the wilderness holds more than just peace and solitude. Some campers have captured terrifying encounters on camera, things they were never supposed to see. Here are 5 of the most disturbing camping encounters ever caught on camera. Meet Joe and Elliot, the masterminds behind the popular YouTube channel, The Ghost Theory. For over a decade, these daring explorers have taken their viewers deep into the unknown, investigating haunted locations and capturing evidence of the paranormal. However, their latest adventure took a terrifying twist they never expected. Their plan was simple: spend the night in an abandoned haunted mansion hidden within a dense, eerie forest. But little did they know, it wouldn't just be spirits they had to fear. On the night of July 13th, 2024, Joe and Elliot arrived at the decaying mansion. The building stood isolated, surrounded by towering trees, its haunting aura amplified by the moonlight. From the moment they stepped inside, an eerie chill seemed to envelop them. They decided to head upstairs to film atmospheric shots before officially starting their investigation. But even during this setup, something unexplainable happened.
Footsteps, like non-stop footsteps through this building, and we were on these cameras and we couldn't see anybody, and what we did is we almost chased these footsteps right to the roof, and the roof goes nowhere but into an empty tower. Now the reason I'm whispering is because we're still hearing these noises, and this is
Footsteps echoed, first on the staircase, then again while Elliot was talking. Concerned, they searched the entire house, chasing after the sound, but no one was there.
If this is paranormal activity, this is the most active that we've had in a long time. Yeah, without calling out.
Was this paranormal activity? Though they had witnessed countless eerie occurrences before, they wanted to be sure. After all, an abandoned mansion could attract both the supernatural and intruders. Realizing they might have more to fear from people than ghosts, they decided to follow the sounds. Venturing to the upper floors, where they last heard the footsteps, they called out, hoping for a response.
Hello?
Once again, the sound of footsteps echoed through the halls. Something, or someone, was definitely there. They pursued the noise, but once again, they found no one.
What do we do? Because we've heard someone running around. That's like a normal thing to hear if there was people here. So what do we do? Fuck it, it's annoying. Like, genuinely, let's stop. Not literally, but like, it's not people. No. There is no fucking people. So let's go to a section, let's go down to the bottom, whatever.
Frustrated, Joe declared he was done searching. They were now certain it wasn't a person. After an hour of fruitless searching, they decided it was time to focus on making a good video. They needed a clear plan of action to properly begin their ghost hunt. But before they could finalize a plan, the noises started up again, this time surrounding them.
But do you mean if there is people, I'd rather there just be people? Yeah. What the fuck? That's the fucking thing. Have a look. There's a fuck all chance someone just came out of here. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's always the same fucking story, isn't it? But it was shut. It made us jump the first time. It's not going to open again, could it? We need to look at... Wait, listen. What's that door? Yeah, I know. When we came up, I didn't realise any of these doors were here, actually. Is there a breeze? There is no breeze. Well, no, it kind of just opened anyway.
Confused and on edge, they thoroughly searched the entire floor they were on, even heading up to the attic. But still, no one was there. It became clear. No person could be this stealthy, moving unseen throughout the house.
I want to see someone. So I could put it to bed and then just carry on. You know what I mean? But the fuck it isn't.
It's not because...
Yeah, it just isn't. People are not that fucking sneaky. Well,
Okay.
what was that? I think it's just the water dripping.
As they processed the situation, the unexplainable sounds persisted.
Fucking Jesus Christ, man. Fucking Jesus. Get back. Get back on. What the fuck? That was right. That was right fucking there. That was a voice. Again. If I didn't hear the fucking footsteps. What the fuck was that?
That was right behind you. That was right.
I know.
Oh my god.
Why is fucking everything making me jump? Fuck me. This has to be one of the most haunted places we've ever been.
Okay. I feel there's no doubt about it now.
I haven't had this feeling for ages.
No.
Their nerves frayed, the boys struggled to stay calm. Trying to gather their courage, they decided to move to the other side of the building, hoping to escape the unsettling noises. But it didn't help. Joe, reaching his breaking point, was ready to give up.
I'm actually at my limit for some reason. Can we have a look out the window?
Yes, please.
To see if there is actually something there.
As they walked toward a window to check outside, they captured something even more terrifying.
There's lights. There are lights. That's people.
A group of people was approaching the building. First, there were the mysterious footsteps. Now this. The presence of the group made them even more uneasy. Staying cautious, they put away their main cameras and switched to filming on a GoPro, ensuring they could leave quickly if needed. Quietly, they maneuvered through the building as the group entered downstairs.
Put my microphone away in my pocket. That's hilarious. Really? You're all the way over there now. Yeah, you can hear the engine now. They're actually driving off. That's fucking hilarious. That's fucking brilliant.
The intruders called out, asking if there were other explorers inside. Joe and Elliot made a slight noise in response, causing the group to panic and flee to their cars. Watching from the window, Joe and Elliot captured the entire scene on camera.
That is what it's like when there are people in the building. They're loud, they're destructive, and hopefully you can scare them away with a slight tap when they call out for ghosties.
Yeah, and that proves that they weren't here, because if they were here making noises to scare us, why would they run away once they know that we're here? Or they thought it was a ghost or something. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, it couldn't have been them making noises, because they just turned up for one.
They just weren't
And then
speaking.
two, they were scared off by any noise that we've made, and we've been here for a long time, so
Yeah.
that's that. They're gone. Then they have actually gone as well. It's
Yeah.
not just a case of, oh, they might still be outside. We know they've gone, because we've seen them drive off in that direction, so...
Now, we've been getting some amazing stuff. Let's just carry on. Let's go down to the middle floor.
Yeah, and that's brilliant, because it's weird. I was just saying, I just want to see people.
Yeah.
Like, I've been given both now.
Yeah.
We've got paranormal and we've got people. The people have buggered off. We now know what both sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And that
perfect.
makes it so much more creepy.
Yeah.
This encounter changed everything. Now that they had heard what actual people sounded like inside the building, loud, obvious movements, it became clear. The earlier footsteps had been far too subtle. This wasn't a person. It had to be something paranormal. Feeling braver, they finally began the ghost hunt they originally came for. But their newfound courage didn't last long. Loud footsteps, now clearly audible on camera, echoed through the hallways. Yet, once again, no one was there. Determined, they pursued the sound, trying to capture undeniable evidence.
Go have a look.
Shit, look at the floorboards.
But I've just had that on colour, right? I thought I just heard someone fucking walking, so I put it in colour, so you can see lights and shit, right? If there was someone there. They have just walked through here in what sounded like into fucking here. I know for a fact there isn't anyone here now. Right?
That was clear as day.
I don't even feel scared now. I don't know why that has just like chilled me out. It's weird. Does that make sense? Like hearing those footsteps usually creep the shit out
Because
of me.
it's not sinister.
Yeah, it's like someone was just walking down here and just gone, oh, I just need to go to bed. Why have I gone from like shit myself to suddenly, oh okay, yeah, that's just a ghost walking around?
They called out, admitting they felt less scared, now convinced they were dealing with a ghost. And then it happened. Something that seemed to confirm everything.
Is that the noise that you can make to communicate with us? Can you tap out twice just to confirm yes?
No.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much.
That was
Incredible.
in this hallway again.
Yes.
A wave of relief washed over them. They weren't imagining things. They had finally captured undeniable proof of the paranormal. Deciding to end the night respectfully, they chose to leave, not wanting to disturb the spirits further. Joe and Elliot made it out safely, still fascinated by their experience. When they posted the video on YouTube, it immediately grabbed viewers' attention. Some questioned whether it was real, or if there had simply been a hidden person wandering the mansion. Others were stunned by the evidence, but Joe and Elliot stood by their experience, confident that they had encountered something supernatural. What do you think? Was it a ghost? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Before we dive in, I'd really appreciate it if you took a moment to subscribe to the channel and become part of this amazing community. About 95% of you watching aren't subscribed. It's completely free. Now, let's get back to the video. This chilling and unexplainable video was captured by Fazil, a 78-year-old adventurer with a deep passion for the great outdoors. On his YouTube channel, Voyager Overland, Fazil shares breathtaking footage of his journeys, showcasing some of the most stunning and remote locations in nature. Known for documenting the beauty of the wilderness, this time, Fazil captured something he would never forget.
So Gene and I are out on yet another adventure, and last time we were out I caught some footage that quite frankly has me a little spooked, and I haven't quite decided if I want to show it yet. Now, it's not the first time that I catch something in the background while we're recording, like a deer that we didn't notice, or some hikers that we didn't see while we were busy winching the jeeps out of a mud hole or something. But this was different. Now, I don't understand what I saw, and I can't explain it. So if you have seen anything like it, please feel free to let me know what you...
It was a sunny day on October 26th, 2024, when Fazil, his wife Jean, and their 2 grandkids set out on yet another adventure. Their destination, Ruby Falls, nestled in the breathtaking Alberta Rockies. After arriving, they set up camp, pitching their tents and settling in for the night. But before fully settling in, Fazil decided to set up a trail camera.
Putting out a trail cam at night, hoping to catch some wildlife around camp while we're sleeping. And with my granddaughter, who just loves wildlife, how cool could it be if I could show her some night pictures of what's walking around at night while we're sleeping? Now, I must admit, I haven't had any luck so far. I've put out the camera many times and never captured any footage. But tonight was different.
Hoping to capture some wildlife footage for his granddaughter, Fazil positioned his night vision camera near their campsite. Little did he know, he was about to record something far more terrifying and unsettling. Let's take a look. The camera captured a ghostly figure with glowing eyes piercing through the darkness. The eerie entity appeared to wander around their campsite, but what made it even more chilling was how it reacted upon noticing the camera. It slowly approached, its face coming fully into view. The next morning, Fazil was shocked by what the trail camera had captured. He had no rational explanation for the unsettling figure, and the footage left him deeply uneasy. He later told his viewers that he chose not to show the video to his grandkids. It was simply too terrifying to watch. When Fazil uploaded the video to his YouTube channel, it went viral almost instantly, sparking heated debate and speculation. To this day, no one has been able to definitively explain what was captured, only deepening the mystery. It's June 5th, 2024. A rainy night settles over one of the UK's most haunted forests, Rooks. This is where we find Moxley, the YouTuber behind the channel Moxley's Paranormal World, known for his fearless solo camping trips and eerie explorations. Drawn to places with dark histories, tonight his courage will be pushed to its limits. He's venturing into the infamous Peoria Pit, a place with a tragic past. In 1909, a devastating explosion trapped miners underground. Their souls are said to still haunt the pit, and locals whisper that on quiet nights, the faint cries of the lost miners echo through the forest. Ever the skeptic, Moxley is here to find out if these claims are true. As he arrives, Moxley sets up his hammock and hunkers down for the night. The rain begins to fall, and soon he starts hearing voices.
There's people in this forest. I heard them laughing, talking. They were quite a distance away, but there is people here. I need to do some adjustments on this tarp in a minute. But we're here in one of the UK's most haunted forests, and we're going to solo camp this till the morning. And the crazy thing is as well, at the time there, look at that, 10:12, and it is absolutely pitch black outside.
Not far from his camp, unease washes over him as the voices linger in the damp air. He hopes whoever, or whatever, is out there doesn't come any closer.
I've literally sat here, just chilling for half an hour, and I heard a load of branches cracking. Then I heard mumbling. Then I heard them crackling going past the outside of the tarp. Not too far away, I couldn't see anybody, but this isn't a good idea. I'm here now. I can hear them in the distance. Somebody's literally just walked straight past this.
With adrenaline coursing through his veins, Moxley addresses the camera, his eyes wide, nerves fraying. Footsteps circle his hammock, and the sense of being watched is undeniable. Then it happens again. Voices, footsteps, like someone knows he's there but won't approach. He sits frozen in the dark, waiting for the sounds to fade.
Sounds like somebody's running through the fucking forest. I thought coming out here, in the vein, would have actually stopped anybody from coming out here. But to be fair, who's to say it is someone? It could be something. There is somebody walking there. We're gonna have to go check, aren't we? Like somebody walked this way.
Unable to shake the feeling that something is wrong, Moxley makes a bold decision. Armed with just a flashlight, he leaves the safety of his hammock and ventures deeper into the pitch-black woods. His light cuts through the trees, but all it reveals is empty space.
Half expecting to see someone.
Then, the noises intensify. Footsteps echo in the eerie stillness. Is someone, or something, following him? Every sense is heightened, but he sees no one. His nerves are on edge.
I'm sorry if I sound a bit, like, on edge. But it's gone 11 o'clock at night. I'm on my own out here. I've just heard somebody walk through, past where I am.
Finally, he retreats to his hammock, hoping a movie will take his mind off the growing fear.
I'm spooking myself out, especially with the movie I've just watched. Let me know in the comments what movie do you think it is. Well, yeah, I'm going to go carry on, watch the rest of this. I'm going to try and get some close eye.
But as he tries to settle, sleep eludes him.
Something quite heavy just hit the side of the tent. Granted, it could be a branch falling off the tree, but it startled me. I just dozed off. There's weird noises, but it's down to the vein because it's raining. I do feel like something's watching me here now. I'm getting that overwhelming feeling. I don't think I'm going to get much sleep. I want to put the spirit talker on, but I don't want to draw any sort of attention to where I am. This is going to be one long, long night. So I'm just lay here in the hammock and just heard, is that like a group of people? I'm in a full-on conversation. Almost like they were having a heated argument. A conversation, bit of an argument, definitely a disagreement. But it is known for people to come out here who are on a few drinks, a few smokes, and getting up to no good. I'm hoping where I am, I'm pretty much safe and I'm away from their prying eyes, because it is pretty muddy out as well, so keep looking over there because I still feel like somebody's watching me. I've been trying to get off and get back to sleep for about 5 minutes now. There's something quite heavy just hit the side of the tent. Granted, it could be a branch falling off the tree, but it startled me. I just dozed off. There's weird noises, but it's down to the vein because it's raining. I do feel like something's watching me here now. I'm getting that overwhelming feeling.
The noises return, louder this time. Footsteps, whispers. Someone is right there, just outside his thin hammock. The fabric feels like a flimsy shield between him and the danger lurking in the dark.
I'm not alone out here. I know I'm not alone out here. I'm whispering, I'm trying to keep my voice down as much as possible. Because the last thing I want is to attract any sort of attention from the wrong sort of people out here.
He's right. Sometimes it's best not to draw attention, because people can be the biggest danger. Despite this, he wants to see who has been stalking him all night. Gathering his courage, he ventures out of his hammock again to see what's going on.
I've just heard somebody whistling. Somebody's just been whistling out here. It sounds so close. Is there someone there? There. That sounds like somebody there then. I had to go night vision, just so they can't see my lights. This is absolutely nuts. I really do feel like I've been watched from all angles out here now. I heard that whistling, I told you. I heard it and I've caught it on camera. I'm hoping the camera's picked that up.
Suddenly, whistling cuts through the silence, followed by footsteps. He calls out but receives no response. Feeling watched, he turns off his light and switches to night vision, hoping to catch someone, or something. That's when the noises grow louder again.
I'm not alone here. There's such an uneasy feeling here, you know. There's somebody out there. I'm not 100% sure if they're watching me or not. But I don't know. Let me know what you think.
For 15 agonizing minutes, he stands in the inky blackness, waiting for something, anything, to reveal itself. But the forest keeps its secrets. Defeated, he heads back to his hammock, praying for the night to end.
I've just checked the time, and it's literally 3 o'clock in the morning. By my voice, I'm really on edge. I've been on edge since it's gone dark in here. Right, logging back off, and hopefully the next time you see me, it'll be morning, and I'll be packing up and getting ready to leave. Dog. Oh, no. What the fuck? Sounds like it's getting closer.
The noises persist through the night. Every creak, every rustle keeps Moxley on edge. He waits wide awake until the first light of dawn breaks through the trees.
Ah, it's nice to hear the birds. What an interesting night it's been. But yeah, gonna make my way back towards the car now.
Finally, he packs his gear, eager to escape the haunted woods. The mystery of that night still haunts him. Who or what was out there with him? Why were they walking beside his hammock, watching him from the shadows? Moxley made it out safely, but one thing is certain. He's not done exploring the unknown. This is Dan, a beloved YouTuber you may know from his channel, Cursed Urban. For nearly 5 years, Dan has documented his outdoor adventures, from serene camping trips to chilling explorations into the unknown. Fearless and always ready for the next challenge, he thrives on the thrill of discovery. But on this particular journey, Dan would find himself in a situation unlike anything he had ever encountered, a real-life nightmare he would never forget.
We are at what is called the Forest of Sorrow. Yes, quite a, what's the word I'm looking for? A sinister name. Very sinister name. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's what they've nicknamed it, the Forest of Sorrow.
It all began on November 18th, 2024. A crisp winter evening. The cold weather did little to deter Dan from setting out on his latest adventure. His destination, the ominously named Forest of Sorrow. This forest is shrouded in mystery, infamous for its eerie atmosphere. Locals whisper about strange rituals, ghostly presences, and people who ventured into the forest, never to return. It's not the kind of place most would visit alone at night, but that's exactly what Dan planned to do. Upon arriving, Dan parked his car, set up his tent, and decided to take a short evening walk to capture the beauty of the forest on camera.
All right, back onto the trail. So, man, it's getting dark. I've had to open up my aperture all the way now. I'm about to have to start bumping up the ISO on the camera. And I am getting hungry. Decided to go get some.
After an hour of walking, night began to fall. With thoughts of a warm meal by the campfire, Dan made his way back to his campsite, completely unaware of the nightmare awaiting him. Back at camp, Dan built a fire and roasted marshmallows, enjoying the calm, peaceful evening, but the tranquility wouldn't last.
You gotta be kidding me. Dude, I just heard a scream.
Suddenly, a piercing scream echoed across the lake. Startled, Dan froze, listening intently.
Dude, that was that scream again. Who's speaking? That was that scream again. Dude, that...
Another scream shattered the silence, confirming that he was not alone out there. The sound unsettled him, but his curiosity got the better of him. Hoping for answers, he decided to use his spirit talker to see if he could make contact with anything in the forest. But just as he began, the woods fell eerily silent once again.
What I'm gonna do is I am going to put out this fire to the best of my ability. And probably take a quick trip down the trail.
Time passed, and Dan, feeling restless, decided to take one more walk along a nearby trail before heading to bed.
Yo! What was that? What the... Dude, that sounded powerful. That sounded like something big is right up ahead.
A loud snapping sound echoed from the trail ahead, sending a chill through him. He tried to brush it off and ventured deeper, but then it happened again.
Oh, what the What was that?
Another loud snap. Whatever made the noise had to be something big or powerful. The unsettling realization set in. He was not alone.
Something just seems off tonight. Or right now. And I don't know. Sorry guys, I know I'm rambling and just like kind of carrying on right now, but it's just this is like just raw. This is like how I'm feeling right now. Like, I don't know, maybe I should go back to the safety of my campsite.
Sensing that something wasn't right, Dan decided to head back to his campsite. Little did he know, his instincts were spot on.
I just saw a light. Dude.
As he neared his campsite, a flashlight beam caught his eye. At first, it didn't seem alarming, but then he realized the light was coming from his campsite. Panic surged through him as he quickened his pace, rushing to get back to his gear before someone with sinister intentions could act freely.
I just saw a light right over here. I think I got it on film. Wait. I didn't have this chair over here. This chair is closer to my tent. And dude, my tent is open. What the No, dude, my tent was not. No, my tent was not open when I left here. That chair was over by the tent, and the tent was not open.
When he arrived, his tent was wide open, a clear sign that someone had been snooping around. It was obvious their intentions weren't good. Fortunately, Dan had all his valuables with him, but the thought of someone wandering the woods with such intentions left him deeply disturbed.
Man, were they looking for that? Why would somebody be here? And why would somebody just take off if they were here? There was somebody just by my camp, looking around with a light, right by where this boot is, and somebody opened my tent.
With this haunting thought lingering in his mind, Dan tried to calm himself, debating whether he should pack up and leave or stay the night.
But against my better judgment, since this is a camping video, I am going to camp here and hopefully stay the night.
About half an hour later, he checked in with his viewers, explaining that he hadn't heard or seen anything unusual since the earlier incident. Feeling somewhat reassured, he decided to stay, hoping for a peaceful night. Little did he know, peace was the last thing he was about to get.
Alright guys, I'm going to bed.
Just as Dan was about to drift off to sleep, he was jolted awake by a loud, unsettling, and unexplainable sound. Footsteps, crunching on dry leaves, heading directly toward his campsite. Shocked and on high alert, Dan's mind raced. Was this the same person who had been near his tent earlier? The footsteps stopped, right beside his tent. Dan quickly switched off his light, his heart pounding, and then it happened.
There's somebody outside. Somebody outside. There's somebody outside.
A flashlight beam pointed directly at him, catching Dan watching. Startled, he instinctively moved backward, hoping not to be seen. But he quickly realized that showing fear might not be the best option.
Hello? Who's out here? Who's out here? Answer me, who is out here?
Summoning his courage, Dan called out, making his presence known. To his relief, the person disappeared into the darkness of the forest, but Dan was shaken, knowing he was far from safe.
Alright guys, it's late. It's late now. I packed up everything, and I got it in my car. I was kind of just stalling to see if anybody else would come back by here. But I'm definitely going to make a stop at the ranger station before I leave, and let them know, like, hey, like, there's somebody, like, I found this, and there's somebody, like, creeping around people's campsites. Like, do with that information what you will.
Unwilling to risk another encounter, Dan decided to pack up and leave, prioritizing his safety over confrontation. Haunted by the experience, he reported the incident to the forest rangers, hoping to alert them so others wouldn't face the same danger. Dan shared that he had never experienced anything like this before and was deeply shaken by the thought that some people in the wild might not have peaceful intentions. Fortunately, he emerged unharmed. But one lingering question remains. What were the true intentions of the man who invaded his campsite? This is Jay, a fearless YouTuber you might recognize from his channel, The Journey is the Destination. For over 5 years, Jay has taken his viewers on thrilling explorations into forests, always searching for evidence of cryptids and the paranormal. He firmly believes they're real and is determined to prove it, no matter what skeptics say. But tonight, he's about to capture something that will send shivers down his spine. It's August 12th, 2023, a warm summer evening. Jay embarks on a solo adventure into the dense and mysterious swamp of Three Bull Run. His mission, to explore an area known for its so-called Bigfoot structures. He's been here before, but this time, he's taking it up a notch. Instead of a quick visit, he plans to stay the entire night, hoping to capture something extraordinary on camera.
Welcome back, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Jay here, getting ready to take you on another adventure into the unknown. Tonight, I've already made the trip back through the woods to get to the haunted swamp area where all those quote-unquote Bigfoot structures were that I had found. I wanted to do more exploring back there, and actually just walking back here, I've already seen some new stuff. So I'm going to show you that, and we'll start investigating right away.
Jay arrives, parks his car, and starts filming, explaining his plan to his viewers. Everything seems routine as he steps into the dense woodland. The only sound that can be heard is the crunch of leaves beneath his feet.
Pretty crazy. More than likely, it's just coincidental that a bunch of the old trees fell over. It's just really interesting. Then again, that one, that's right up against a little tree. This was all clear when I walked through here before. There was no other situations where like trees were like this. So this is interesting because it's a little bit further that way that we have to go before we get to where all those structures I found the first night. And it has not flooded in here, so you can't blame flooding. You can blame crickets on that though. And even this pushed over there. We haven't had any hurricanes yet. That is a gigantic branch.
Fallen trees catch Jay's attention. He notes that they could be connected to Bigfoot, adding that they weren't there the last time he visited. Since there hadn't been any big storms recently, he begins to question how something like this could have happened. It had to be something very large. With that thought in mind, he ventures deeper into the woods.
Sort of knock. I feel like I am right in the middle of somewhere I shouldn't be. That is the feeling I have right now. Like I'm walking around in the middle of someone's house that's about to come home. Man, I'm getting goosebumps.
An unsettling feeling creeps over him, a sense that he's not alone. And really, who could blame him? He's walking through a dark, mysterious forest, a place shrouded in rumors of sightings of a large, hairy creature. Armed only with his flashlight, Jay documents his experience as he makes his way to the spot he believes is the most active.
Man, I'm already sweating to death. It is so hot and humid out here tonight. I made it to the main spot that I was trying to get back to here. You can kind of see it here in the background. But the first thing I'm going to do is run the Spirit Talker Ovulus along with the Ghost Tube Seer app. We haven't used that in a while, and I'm kind of curious to see what we'll get out here. So we're gonna go ahead and run those real quick.
Reaching his chosen spot, Jay takes out his Spirit Talker, a device he uses to communicate with whatever might be lurking nearby. He begins asking questions, hoping for signs of activity.
I'm hearing creepy stuff all around me.
Children's laughter echoes.
Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah, go from sweating to having goosebumps.
Children's laughter echoes. Is that what I'm hearing? Jay goes from sweating to having goosebumps as the Spirit Talker indicates children are laughing. It makes him feel deeply uncomfortable, yet the noises persist.
Buddy, whew. I don't know what's moving around out there. I have the biggest goosebumps right now. Like literally, my hair keeps going up on end. Violet, who's walking around over there? I've heard a few knocks or strange noises that sound like knocks. I don't know exactly what they are. It got really creepy when I was standing in where those two A's were. Now I know some people have said that a lot of portals are marked that way, I guess.
He remains on high alert, hearing numerous sounds around him and sensing that he's not alone. Suddenly, that feeling is confirmed.
That almost sounds like people coming down like one of those forest roads.
A sound resembling a large car driving fast over the forest path fills the air. Jay struggles to pinpoint whether it's coming toward him, so he decides to sit quietly and carefully scan the area. A car's headlights cut through the dark night, heading straight toward Jay. He quickly turns off his light to avoid revealing his position. Hidden in the shadows, he watches as a car with loud music blaring pulls up and stops. The driver's behavior is bizarre. Why would someone come out here, to the middle of nowhere, blasting music in the dead of night? The strange behavior makes Jay increasingly uncomfortable, so he chooses to wait it out, hoping the stranger will eventually leave.
Literally look at me right now, sweating my balls off, freaking ducked down in this tall grass. Thank God I have all this tick stuff on. What is going on? What was that all about? Now it's like he's heading up towards my car right now, so I hope he's not anywhere near my car when I get up there. I'm dying right now. I'm sweating to death. I'm freaking out. Like, why is that dude... He literally turned like he was going to come through the woods here and then realized he couldn't and then pulled up there. And I'll show you when I start walking where he was parked, and it's right where I had to cross on the trail. Something weird is going on. That was just way too specific to just be a random coincidence.
As the car drives away, Jay finally dares to turn his light back on. He's confused by the encounter, convinced that it couldn't have been a coincidence. But before he can fully process the situation, it seems like the car is coming back.
All right, I'm gonna head out of here before he comes back.
Without hesitation, Jay grabs his gear and heads deeper into the forest, quickening his pace. The thought of staying put isn't an option. Something about the situation feels very wrong.
I can't tell you how scared that just made me, because I was a little bit upset that he showed up and was playing his loud music, and I don't even want to go back there now to try to run the necrophonic, because I don't know if he's actually out here just trying to see if he can find me, somebody that watches the videos and thinks they can screw with me or what, but that ain't cool, man. I don't want to meet new people when I'm out exploring by myself in the middle of the woods. That's just not a time for me to meet new people. Just saying. I hear another car coming, so I'm gonna start heading ass back to the car.
Once Jay is a safe distance away, he finally stops, breathing heavily, and speaks to the camera again. He's shaken, unsure of what to make of the encounter. Were the people in the car looking for him? Or was this just a bizarre coincidence? Jay no longer feels safe and decides to head back to his car, ending his exploration and hoping the strangers aren't near his vehicle.
Come on, man, don't be out here. Oh, that's awesome. Tree almost fell on my car. Alright, I don't see anybody, thank goodness. Yeah, this wasn't like this when I headed back there. This tree, like, what the heck is that? Obviously it just came off of up there. That's pretty damn close to my car though. I'm gonna have to start parking further away from these things. Alright, my friends. I am sweating and dying. Gonna go home and take a second shower tonight.
When he arrives at his car, there's no one around. A wave of relief washes over him. However, something catches his attention. A tree had nearly fallen on his car, and he's sure it wasn't there before. Not wanting to dwell on it, he quickly gets into his vehicle and speeds home, his mind racing with unanswered questions. Who were the people in the car? What were they doing out there? Was it just a coincidence, or were they really looking for him? These questions remain a mystery. Have you ever had a terrifying camping experience? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chilling story